Here's what's going on today, guys. We got this carrier unit that apparently doesn't want to heat sometimes, or at least it wasn't heating last night. It didn't come through as an emergency, so we're here this morning. As you can tell, I kind of got started without you guys, but I'm not too far into it, so let's see what's going on. I assume you counted 5 just like I did, so 5 blinky lights. So we had an ignition lockout failure at some point in time. Now the unit's heating right now, so, and then the other odd thing too is that as far as our thermostat goes, it was satisfied when I was downstairs. Not sure why it's heating right now, but I'm going to double check for a signal for heat. Who knows, maybe in the 11 minutes it took me to get out of the building, walk around to the back, get up on my ladder, and then walk across the building. Maybe it's calling for heat again, I guess, but I doubt that. So, yeah, condensing coil's really, really bad. Gonna have to have that cleaned before summertime. Oh yeah, look, it's really bad over there too. But that's got nothing to do with what we're doing now. So let me get my meter out and start chasing some stuff down, start chasing some voltage and see where we're at on this guy. Let's go to our common. Our W right there. We have 25 volts. And it literally just shut off. Let's see, maybe we are satisfied. Huh. Such superb timing. So yeah, so we are satisfied right now. Let's shut that off. I'm gonna let the blower run for a little bit. I'm gonna pull the blower panel, check out my pulleys, my bearings, my blower assembly, the belt, all that fun stuff. And then I'm going to get back there. I'm going to pull this panel out, get back there and inspect the ignition controls or ignition system, flame sensor, sparker, all that fun stuff. Sounds like our blower just went off, so make sure that's off. We'll do a quick voltage check just because I don't want to be electrocuted. Make sure we are actually off. Let's see, this wire goes here. This is extremely difficult to do with one hand. All right, so we should be good. All right, the first thing I notice is the edge of those burners look all rusted up. I'm gonna pull these burners out and check the end of them because, let's see, where is it at? So what'll happen is ignition will start on this first burner, and then via a little channel in front of these burners, it will ignite across all 3 burners and then prove the ignition over there at the flame sensor. So if we're igniting over here, but because of this channel being rusted or blocked by anything, what will happen is it won't be able to actually sense ignition over there. So let's pull those out real quick. Alright guys, now this is how I pulled the burners out. They pretty much came out in one piece, right? So I'm going to slowly flip these around and try to explain what I think I found here. So looking right here, you can see that channel, but you see right here how that channel really isn't there. Well, what has happened is this burner right here should be in the middle. And then this burner right here that has this side blocked off should be over here. Because this one in the middle needs to be able to spread the flame from here, which this one is in the correct position. So the flame spreads through this channel, and then it would, you know, go through here, and then it would go all the way through this one. Of course, this one's blocked off because it's not in the right spot. But if this one was right there, it would go through there and all the way to the end, and then we would approve ignition. So that's definitely an issue right there. The other issue is these are in pretty rough condition, so I'm going to recommend they be replaced. I'm going to just drag my knife or screwdriver just through this channel and just clear it out a little bit. Kind of make sure there's nothing blocking it. But yeah, these burners definitely need to be replaced. The flame sensor and spark igniter look pretty good. I was told this heat exchanger's been replaced, so I assume those were replaced along with the new heat exchanger. But I'll throw a dollar bill on them, clean them up a little bit, edit that. So yeah, there's our flame sensor, spark igniter. Those look pretty clean. I was told this heat exchanger's been replaced, so I'm gonna venture to say that those were probably replaced with the heat exchanger, because those look pretty darn new. I don't think there's really much I'm gonna be able to clean off of those, so I don't suspect that's the problem. Again, I suspect that our burners being in the wrong position is the problem. Real quick before I put these back in place, guys, this is how they should be oriented. If you can tell, that middle one is now an open channel which bridges this left burner across here over to the right one where we could properly prove flame. So I'm going to clean these burners up a little bit like I said, and we'll put them back in and then just verify that they do fire up without issue. If there is an issue, well, we'll figure that out too. All right, burners are back in place. I get my light to work here. It's not really gonna do what I want. Then we got number one, middle, and then the third one over there. I also cleaned up some of this rat's nest of wiring. Got this cleaned up too a little bit. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but somebody has moved our W2 over to our W1 because this thermostat bundle is only a 5-wire. So yeah, it's just a 5-wire. So that's weird. I wonder why they ran 5-wire. I mean, I guess whenever it calls for W1, they're going to get W2. They're going to get high heat no matter what. So I guess it is what it is. At this point in time, I'm sure the customer doesn't want me to run new thermostat wire downstairs for that. All right, let's move on to the blower, see what's in there. It's probably a blower. Well, it's a little dirty, but not crazy terrible. Belt's not really dry rotted. It's definitely been here. It's definitely done some work. I'm going to recommend we replace this drive pulley. You can feel the lip is worn away down inside there. Blower pulley is not terrible. I'll throw a zip tie on there. I think what I'm going to have them do is, summertime we got to come out and fully clean that condenser. And with this being a barbecue joint, a smokehouse, I'll bet that evaporator over there is pretty dirty too. We'll pull the filters in a second and check it. But I think in the summertime, what I'm going to recommend is we clean the condenser, pull the blower, put a new belt on, replace that drive pulley, and as well, we'll clean the evaporator. We'll give them that huge picture sort of service. How do people ever get filters out with one hand in videos? That's ridiculous. It's not terrible. Not terrible at all, actually. You can see right through that coil. Huh. There's a little bit of crud on these filters, but that's weird. Oh, I see. It's been bypassed the old-fashioned way. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Verify the seat exchanger is good. Still looks pretty good. I don't see any weak spots in there. Along these little indents right back there, that's really where I focused on. But yeah, there's nothing back there. I know you guys can't really see it right now the way the light's hitting it, but take my word for it. Let's see if it fires up before I put all these panels back on. Producer, spark. Well, it didn't seem to hesitate at all to fire up, so I'm gonna call it good for now. We'll quote those parts over there. The drive pulley, and also make our recommendation for early spring to get this guy cleaned up before it becomes an issue. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.